everybody. Welcome to The Rewind, the weekly wrestling show where myself and RN here run down the latest news, gossip, current happenings in the pro wrestling world. My name is Kyle Tyson.
And I am RN, a.k.a. Mr. 8984, Mr. Ran It All Day. And I just, definitely had to get on here to show for this, the company drip. Got the MJB baseball jersey. Had to get the one for Route 4 kennel.
Look at all this gear you got.
Oh, yeah, merched out. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Welcome to The Rewind, everybody. Holy God. RN, I got to tell you, man, less than 24 hours after our last show that we did together, got insanely sick. Like, I was on my deathbed, it felt like, for like 3-4 days, man. I had lost my voice. Yeah, I'm glad we did our stuff on Sunday, because Monday would not have worked had we done that. Oh, man.
Well, everybody's at my house has been sick since Friday, so.
Yeah, I'm ready for this, man. My immune system, come April, my immune system is going to be superhuman. I am telling you. It's going to be a superpower. How good my immune system is. It's these damn kids,
man. Ever since they've been back in school, man, it's everything that happens in school they bring back every single time.
Everything. God damn, man. Everything. And like a dumbass, I'll watch my kid be sick for 4 days, and I'm sitting there like, oh, man, I can't believe I haven't gotten sick. It looks like I lucked out. And
literally same fucking thing all weekend. The whole house has been shooting out of both ends. I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I made it through. I'm good.
I got through it.
Wake up this morning, literally been hugging the toilet or sitting on the toilet, literally all fucking day.
Jeez, man. Hey, really quick, I want to wish our listeners a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. This, of course, is the last show that we're going to do before Christmas.
Yep.
So I hope you guys have wonderful holidays. RN, we're going to keep doing some content, right? We're not going to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we shoot like once a week anyways. So it's not too big a deal. We're not going to take that much time off.
I was going to say, actually, I'm off Thursday. So, like, if you want to do something, maybe Wednesday after Dynamite or something.
Maybe we'll finally game or something. Maybe, who knows? The Matrix comes out Wednesday. Maybe you and we can watch The Matrix and review it.
Hell yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we'll do a little movie review. Speaking of movie review, just got back from Spider-Man. Did you check out Spider-Man?
No. That was part of my plan. Because every year, my niece's birthday is December 12th. And so like every year, me and my girlfriend, we pick her up, we go out to eat, we go to a movie, we do something, but everybody was wrecked. So we literally didn't do shit. So I didn't get to see Spider-Man. So that's on my agenda tomorrow.
I got you. All right. So I'm not going to spoil anything because the only thing I'll talk about is in the trailer. So I'm not spoiling nothing.
Right.
I'll say Dr. Octavius steals the show.
Oh, yeah. I already knew that was coming.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. He, Dr. Octavius. Awesome. Fantastic in the movie.
He stole the show in Spider-Man 2, honestly.
Yeah. So right there. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil it for anyone else watching. And that's not a spoiler. Sorry if you haven't seen the trailers yet. There's only like 5 of them out. Okay. No, it was really good, man. It was emotional, and like a lot of other people that they say, it's 2.5 hours. Did not feel it. Flew by, man. Flew by.
Can't wait. I'm so fucking pumped.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, we checked that out, man. What else? What else has happened this week outside of wrestling? Jake Paul fought Tyrone Woodley. Yeah, Tyrone got starched.
Yikes.
Yeah, look, I got a clip for this. Anybody watching the video, here's a clip of Tyrone Woodley getting starched by Jake Paul here.
And I don't want to hate on the dude. He didn't fight nobody, but I mean, he's still knocking dudes out. I was watching this thing on Reddit. They were saying that was fixed. That if you look at it right before he hits him, Jake Paul twists his wrist, and then it looks like Woodley doesn't see him the first time he does it, so he does it again, and then that's when he punches him and knocks him out.
It is a little weird. But I'm not gonna lie. I've watched that replay from multiple angles. Like, that's concussive. Like, he nails.
Oh, he blasted him.
He blasted him. Like the sweat that flew off Tyrone's head. Right. Watch it one more time. Boom! Yeah. Oh no, that ain't fake.
I think Dana White needs to take him up on those challenges. Put somebody in there that can really throw them hands.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude, Derek Lewis, man. He just knocked out that other guy, that cop.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see Derek Lewis? He was talking about this is for Rodney King.
Bro, every time his post fights are always the best. The motherfucker's name is the Big Black Beast, bro. That's all
he said, man, what do you say? He's like, when do you get the opportunity to beat up a cop? Because that was the guy is that he fought he's been a part-time fighter, part-time police officer, and he had just retired from the police force.
I got that ass whooped.
Got that ass whooped so bad. Oh man, Derek Lewis is no joke though.
Yeah,
he's no joke.
Anytime you don't even have like a good nickname, you just like, I'm a Big Black Beast. You know you ain't fucking around.
God, dude, no, I love Derek Lewis to death. Yeah, man. So tonight's show, let's go a little bit over what we're going to be talking about on tonight's show. We got an update on the Kevin Owens contract signing, about re-signing with WWE. I can't remember if that's happened by the last time we recorded or not.
I think that was just a couple of days ago. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe, yeah. So definitely, like a lot of other people, ate my words that he was going to AW. Me and RN's going to give quick reactions to Winter is Coming that just took place. We'll speculate on Tony Khan's discussing about how we should watch the next 4 weeks of Dynamite. That there's just going to be some debuts, and we'll speculate who we think is going to be debuting. Then, of course, we always have the match of the week, promo of the week, clip of the week. Yeah, and then we'll cover. I want to quickly cover. First thing we'll dive into is the pinned tweet, because for you guys, this is on me. We forgot to cover the last pinned tweet that we did, which was the 4 pillars of WWE. I went ahead and made a video completely dedicated to that. It's up on YouTube right now. If you get a chance to go watch it, it's only about 15 minutes long. I thought I did okay with it. It was fun to shoot, man. So yeah, go check that on YouTube. But we won't make that mistake on this one. I'm actually going to pull it up right now. This week, it's a little bit more easier, less controversial. Right. Actually, it's not even controversial at all. I just asked with WWE's Hall of Fame around the corner, who do we think should be inducted? And it does not have to be for the first time. You could be inducted a second time, maybe a third time, due to a tag team, a faction. Just who do you think should be inducted this year? And so yeah, I got a lot of people's reactions. This was pretty good. RN, before I start reading our viewers' reactions, any people come to mind who you think should be?
No, because I honestly don't know the like prerequisites. Like I know for like the football and everything, it's like 5 years after you retire and all that. Like I never really even think
there
about
is no guidelines. There's no guidelines, dude. It's just you were in WWE at some point, and are you available?
No, I honestly didn't even really think. I never even put much thought into it, honestly.
Oh, just come to mind. Anybody come to mind? Anybody?
Everybody that I was thinking of, I think they're already in. I was thinking like probably Kane for sure.
Yeah, he was I think just put in.
As I say, he's been popping up on shit lately. And I was gonna say Jeff Hardy, honestly, Jeff and Matt Hardy, but until all this shit happened.
First ballots.
Right.
Yeah. What do you need? I mean, look, you're gonna open the door. All right, she left. Damn it. Okay. Well, anyway, my wife asked if we were recording. Okay, yeah, so I'll go through some of these answers, man. Got actually a surprising amount of people said Shockmaster. I don't know if they're being funny or if just because his clip is so legendary at this point, why not induct him? Right. A big name that I saw, and it was at the brewery, said he had a couple good names. He said William Regal, completely agree. Arn Anderson, Miss Elizabeth, Undertaker, obviously, The Rock, Haku. But the big name that stuck out to me that I couldn't believe wasn't already in was Cyndi Lauper. Really? There's a whole celebrity wing. Cyndi Lauper, like arguably the biggest celebrity to take place in WWE for the first WrestleMania.
Do we know that that's a fact?
Let's do a quick Google search. There's
no way in hell she's not in.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, there's no way. And this person on the internet told me, he's like, no, Pete Rose in WWE Hall of Fame. Is Cyndi Lauper in the WWE Hall of Fame? Common Google search. So as of May 17th, an article was put out says that Cyndi Lauper is a rare celebrity who belongs in WWE Hall of Fame as of May 17th. No, she's not in.
I wonder what her political views is.
I don't think it really matters.
I think it does.
I don't think it does, man.
Not for wrestlers, but I think for people outside of wrestling. What other reason would she not be in? Like, she is literally probably the fucking starting point.
The most synonymous celebrity with WWE. That's crazy to me.
There's no reason why she shouldn't be in unless she did something they didn't like, or maybe they did something she didn't like and doesn't want to be in.
Who knows, man? I got from I'm gonna butcher this name, Tasia Smyshra. Jesus Christ, 1997 says, I truly believe Tully Blanchard deserves to be inducted separately into the Hall of Fame, and so does Arn Anderson. But I feel currently are both working with AEW means isn't happening anytime soon. So this year is the perfect time to induct the dead man into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I could see Tully and Arn going in solo instead of as part of.
I don't know about. I know Arn's like a fucking legend and all that, but maybe Tully more so than Arn, because I feel like when you think of Arn, you always think of the tag team or the Horsemen. Like, at least Tully, while he was in the Horsemen, had those like TV title. What was it? The U.S. national title, whatever the hell.
Dude, anything in the 80s or prior, man, is
same.
No, ain't gonna be there for me. Get your podcast, dude. Justin, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you
bro?
Quite some time. Currently, Justin, we're talking about the pinned tweet on our show's page, and feel free in the chat if you want to contribute to this. We're just asking, who do we think should go into the Hall of Fame, WWE's Hall of Fame this year? It doesn't have to be a first-time inductee. It could be their second, third induction, Just let us know. BamaDave, me and Bama went back and forth, and I'm going to get your opinion on this too. So Bama says Evolution stable, which, by the way, I've been saying this for a long time. When you induct Evolution, that'll make Ric Flair a 3-time Hall of Famer. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Same thing, and that'll get Triple H a guaranteed 3-time himself as well.
As I said, that'll be 3 for him for sure.
Yeah. Dynamite Kid, Jim Johnston. Yeah, Jim Johnston, completely agree. Mickey James, Jazz, Vader. Oh, Vader comes up every year.
Right.
Demolition, Chavo Guerrero. Yeah, Mr. Kerwin White himself. Let's get him in there. Lex Luger and the Steiner brothers. Bama then goes, this is where me and Bama, and I've seen a couple other people, and I'd like to get some more insight and dialogue on this, because this means I'm not throwing shade at nobody. But I've seen this dialogue, this narrative that when you induct The Undertaker, that he should be the only one inducted that year. And I've never understood that. Like, why have a Hall of Fame ceremony for one person? Like, no one else. Like, how would that take away from his prestige or anything if he just has a class 100% dedicated to himself?
It doesn't add to anything. Like, and people can bitch about it, but he's not even, I wouldn't even put him as a top 5 greatest performer. Like, maybe a top 5 gimmick, like a top 5 overall wrestler. I wouldn't put it Undertaker there. Just because you like his entrance music and his theme and shit doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Undertaker, like, puts you on a pedestal stuff with wrestling fans. Like, I'm not on that bandwagon. So I'm on your side on this. Hell no, he doesn't deserve his own, like, section. Like, for what? Like, there's plenty of wrestlers that are better than him.
Yeah, and I don't mean it like that. Like, I mean, I get you could call Undertaker the most synonymous WWE legend. The man gave like 3 decades. Like, I get all of that, but I don't understand what extra it does if he's the only Hall of Fame entrant. And I've seen this from a lot of people.
Well, but the thing is, even with that statement, he's not the one most synonymous. Like, to people like us in the know, but to the broader range of people, there's more people that come to mind first when they think of, when the outside, like, marks like us think of WWE than fucking Undertaker. I can guarantee you right now, Stone Cold and The Rock come to people's mind way before the Undertaker does. And most people, like, outside of wrestling, don't even know his fucking name. They just know the dead guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so
Bama, like, I don't think he deserves it.
All right. So Bama has his own take. Bama's is a little bit more unique. My apologies, Bama. I have seen the argument that now this is not Bama's argument. He's correcting us, and I get it now. Right. I get what Bama's saying. He corrected us. I'm gonna read his part in the chat. But I have seen the argument that when Undertaker is inducted, that he'll be the only one in the class of that year. And that's the one I don't understand. What Bama is saying is he doesn't need to be inducted at the ceremony. Induct him at WrestleMania as part of the show. Like, give him a part of WrestleMania away from the Hall of Fame show itself. I could see that just because.
No, you do both. I'm saying you do both for that.
Yeah.
That's how you separate him from the pack, because most doubtly, unless it's fucking Undertaker or Stone Cold, he's going to be the biggest name in that class regardless. So you do everything like normal, and then you pay tribute to him at WrestleMania. That's how you set him apart. Like, I agree with Bam on that, but just the extra part, like, do everything the same, like, because and to them, no one's bigger than the E. So, like, I don't think they'd ever do anything like that either. But if you do everything the same and then give him his own shit at WrestleMania, which that's what he's most synonymous with to me, is just WrestleMania itself, because
exactly,
of the street.
yeah.
So if you do that, then yeah, I'm
they'd
on
be
board
spinning
with
it. It wouldn't be a WrestleMania without the Undertaker. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, that would tie perfectly into the show.
I would even be down if they did like a theme, like the whole theme is just the fucking Undertaker, like all the matches.
Yeah,
no, real talk, like all the main events would be like.
They're missing out on it too this year because it's in Dallas.
Right,
this would have been the perfect time to pull the trigger.
Casket match, all the matches that he fucking did, Hell in the Cell, fucking the Inferno match, like all those fucking matches on one WrestleMania. That's your tribute to the Undertaker right there.
Who would you have inducted?
It'd probably have to be Kane since Paul Bearer's gone.
You think Kane?
Yeah.
My gut is Kane. Bama says Vince McMahon, and I get that from.
I say Vince or HBK. I'd say HBK or Kane.
Ooh, HBK. Yeah,
because that's those two. Like, despite what we all want to think, like the modern era is those two, and they're the ones that were the leaders. More so Shawn on TV and Undertaker back in the States for our era of wrestling. So,
and it could be a way for Shawn Michaels to like finally put the Undertaker down in a weird way. You know what I mean?
And if you watch any of those things, any of the documentaries with the Undertaker, like he always points out Shawn too. Like, as much as he's a fucking pain in my ass, like even though he starts out every statement when he's talking about Shawn, like back in the day, he starts out with that, but he still puts him on that pedestal. And, like, he still knows that, like, backstage wise, their careers are kind of handcuffed to each other, because Shawn was the problem child for Vince and Undertaker was the good child. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's true, man.
Like to me, like I think that would be like a pretty fucking dope thing. Like if you had your shitty little younger brother induct you.
I got you. Yeah. Go with the shitty little brother. Let's go on to some of the other names that popped up. At Timmy. Oh, Jesus, come on, man. Why do you have to have so many numbers after your name? At Timmy395-361-68.
That's a burner.
He says, if anyone deserves it while they're still on the roster, it's The Miz. I kind of agree. Or Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Or R-Truth.
Or Rey Mysterio.
And he says, did John Layfield get a proper Hall of Fame ceremony? I don't recall. Although I could see him going in second time as part of APA.
Wait, didn't they go in as APA?
I have no idea, man. My memory, I got such a stupid brain.
I think they went in as APA.
Possibly.
I could be wrong, though.
Now, another friend of the show, I see him a lot. He's a good old Scott. Gallagher Lad 95. He's got some names. China, Jim Johnston, Demolition, Bam Bam Bigelow, Vader again, Victoria, Lex Luger. Excuse me.
Bam Bam for sure.
Bam Bam. Bama says JBL went in solo last year.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I knew he was in. I couldn't remember. And because Farouk inducted him. I'm pretty sure.
That's right. Yeah. So, my biggest name for me, if I had to pick just one person, it'd be China. I've been saying it forever, man. China, to me, is the biggest female legend. Winning the Corporate Rumble, two-time, I believe, Intercontinental Champion. I think still to this day, I want to say the only woman to ever hold that title. I feel like her going in as part of DX was like WWE trying to give us what we want, but not really.
It was the softening, which I'm okay with, which lets me know, because before she was completely stricken from everything.
Like
wouldn't even mention her,
no association. Zero.
But them doing that gave me hope that eventually she will get in.
Yeah. And then I also
her
think
family, that was another thing too. I saw something not too long ago. Her family has actually been advocating for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like after the shit with the
I don't know who
the dark side of the ring stuff or whatever. Like they've been like, no, she needs to be recognized for what she was to the business when she had. So that's also a promising sign too, because a lot of families also want nothing to do with the E after they disassociate them. So with the family saying like, no, we want this too. That's also another little stepping stone to get to where she can get in.
Yeah, and I think it'd be fantastic not only go in as like that solo, but then make her the only female to be inducted twice. I think that would be badass. Jimmy Bebe, he agrees. He says 1, 2, 3, all China. Hillbilly Heel, huge fan of the show, always interacting with us, always sharing.
Always.
Ivan Koloff, can't argue with that, man. Donald Gold KY, he says China. The Steiners, I completely agree with the Steiners. Perfect time to do it too.
And that's my thing too. There's so much shit going on because they bought WCW. Like there's a lot of WCW guys that we got to start paying attention to too, and starting to look at being in the WWE, because it's all under one umbrella now. So like I think the Steiners will be like the perfect tipping off point to start getting some of those WCW guys in.
Yeah, man. Bull Nakano, I think is her name. I remember her. Yeah, I agree. Supersonic said that she should go in. And then lastly, WB Morton 84. He said Undertaker, Rock, Steiner Brothers, China, the Dangerous Alliance. Oh, that'd be interesting. And if not already in, Bobby the Brain Heenan. No, Bobby's in. I know that for a fact. Because Bobby had a hell of a speech, I remember. And then Paul Heyman too. Yeah, Paul Heyman, of course. Paul Heyman can go in any year, honestly. So,
anytime.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you're listening to this on YouTube. Who would you induct into the WWE Hall of Fame this year? Make sure to tell us. Let us know. Okay, RN. There's that out of the way. Let's get this clip of the week out of the way. All right, I sent this to you in the chat. So I didn't get any indie clips this week, so I just had this one sitting in like a folder on my phone. And
let's know how weird Kyle is.
Yeah, if you want an insight into stuff that grabs my attention, I have no idea what this is. And actually, if there's anything positive that can come through this, is the viewers, you watching this, maybe you can shed some context. So watch our promo of the week. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. Not promo of the week. Clip of the week. Clip of the week. Here it is. I don't know what the hell that was, man. I'm sorry, y'all. But if anyone
I'm still trying to figure out the rowing.
The fact that there's an AEW banner behind them, like, draws even more confusion. Is this where we found Maki Ito? You know, like, I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I'm still at a loss for words. What exactly it was we watched.
So to our audio viewers, I guess we should just try to describe what that just was. So it was two female Japanese wrestlers just on a mat in this small room. It's not a wrestling ring. It's like a large blow up mattress almost.
It looks like the Hard Dungeon.
Yeah, there you go. Some referee guy just wearing like a blue tee. This girl escapes a submission. Ends up on the floor and kind of like a fish just squirms her way across the room until she hits her head on some chairs, and then the clip ends. I got nothing more. Like that's the clip, man. That's the clip.
That's the clip.
That's this week's clip of the week.
Clip of the week.
Yo, RN. Okay, let's get to some more fun stuff. We just had Winter is Coming. What'd you think of the show, man?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't what it was last year. Like, even though with the hour-long match, like, I thought last year's was better.
Yeah.
But I mean, solid C plus, B minus.
You can't have like the best show of all time every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You eventually have to have like a above average show and just let that be good. You know, like.
But I kind of agree. But if this wasn't a special Dynamite, I would agree with that. Like, if this was just like just Dynamite, then yes, I'd say B plus, solid show, keep it moving. But the fact that this is one of their technical pay-per-views, and the finish of the match was fucking garbage.
Are you talking about Daniel Bryan and
another 60-minute draw? It's fucking bullshit.
That would be Kyle Tyson's match of the week, everybody. Match of the week. I love this match.
I love this match too. Like,
that was the noise of RN. The draw was fine.
That was my match of the week. This is my match of the week too. But the draw was not. We've been waiting on this shit forever. All the build up and everything. Like, and a loss is not going to hurt Daniel Bryan.
That sounds like something a line cutter would say, RN. Okay, that's what I'm getting at
here.
Yes,
absolutely.
Only a line cutter would get upset with a draw.
Tell me how does a loss affect a heel Daniel Bryan?
I really don't know. I was just.
It doesn't, and it makes Hangman that stronger of a champ that he beat Daniel Bryan in a 60-minute match. Like, and not even that, they just did this shit a couple months ago with Daniel Bryan, so he's got 2 draws on his fucking record. Like, fuck off.
No, man. You know what it does is it sets up for rematches, like justified rematches. In my opinion, I mean, and I think it took balls, man, to do it. Like, I will say this. I mean, it's divisive, but I know I'm not alone in people that were cool with the draw. I'm not calling it the greatest match that I've ever seen. I'm not even calling it match of the year.
It's called stand behavior when you agree with every single fucking thing.
Hey, not a stand. Okay?
Yes, it is. Hey, Slim, that's my girlfriend singing in the trunk. That's how every time girl talk. Bro, stop. Like I said, it was my match of the week too. I mean, their chemistry and just everything about the match was so fucking flawless to me. Like, for Daniel Bryan to be as old as he is and how far along he is, and for Hangman not have had as many matches like this in his career. The way that he hung with Daniel Bryan, like I said, their fucking chemistry on the mic and in the ring is off the fucking charts. Like, that's why I also think that the draw didn't do the match justice for how dope of a fucking match it was. For it to end in a draw, to me, was like straight horseshit.
The criticism I have isn't about it being a draw. The criticism I have is it doesn't make sense to the story that they were telling leading to the show.
Right.
Because the story they were telling leading to the show was Daniel Bryan was a mercenary taking out Hangman Page's friends one by one, the Dark Order. And Hangman Page came out with none of that vengeful fire. Hangman Page came out and wrestled a match.
Literally.
Yeah. There was if you never saw any of the matches prior that Daniel Bryan's had in the last couple weeks leading to this, you would have the same the match would not tell any story to indicate that these guys, that there was other things going on before this match.
And Daniel Bryan's part, he attacked the arm, like he attacked every body part of every member of the Dark Order to fuck them up. He attacked Hangman's arm. Oh yeah, and that was my thing too. He did that shit with the arm and everything, and Hangman had all those buckshot lariats. Like, he should have ended it with that, overcoming his arm being taken out the entire match to finally hit his finisher and pin Daniel Bryan. Like that, the match was so laid out and so mapped out perfectly for it to be dope, and then for them to do the 60-minute draw. Like, it's just like it's what AEW always does. They always over fucking think everything. They literally just overthought it. Well, no, what you're saying is right. They did it so we could set up rematches so Daniel Bryan can say, you didn't beat me. But the match was so fucking dope and it was so good that you already have a rematch built in right there, because who's not going to want to see it again? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I mean, that is true.
That's what I'm saying. They always overthink this shit. Like even in going into the next part, I guess, with Tony Storm, we got these announcements. Tune in the next 4 weeks. Like, bro, relax.
Tony Storm.
I mean, Tony Khan, whatever. Relax. Just let this shit happen. Don't turn it to WWE where you're like, guess what? We're going to tell you something. Because didn't they do that a couple of weeks ago and they didn't even make an announcement?
Yeah, so I think what you're leading into is actually good. A nice segue to another section. Another segment I wanted to talk about was the AEW speculated debuts.
Right.
Tony Khan came out and said before Winter is Coming that he's got a lot of stuff up his sleeve, not only about the Winter is Coming show, but the next 4 weeks of shows. And that you're specifically going to need to tune in to the upcoming shows. Right. And I mean, now granted, if playing devil's advocate here, the holidays are a very tough time for professional wrestling anyways.
Right.
So you're going to have to do a little extra. Like you can't just rest on your morals unless you're just ready to eat some L's in the ratings. So I'll give him this. Like I'll give him that. It's like, yeah, you do got to find like some type of way to hype up the next coming weeks due to the holidays. But
and normally they're really good at holding surprises. So like I know they're not going to like spit shit to bed like WWE always does. But my thing is like
this week, on, you know,
just say, hey, stay tuned during the holidays. We're not taking any time off during the holidays.
Yeah, like WWE comes out. Oh, day one, by the way, return of Bray Wyatt. It's like
exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like
that like, would be WWE, man.
At least I will give them credit for that. They can, even though with the Daniel Bryan and CM Punk shit, they were kind of walking the line.
The worst kept secret, but they still didn't spoil it.
And they still didn't spoil it. And that's I will give them all. They get an A+ in debuts and secrets and all of that. They do know how to do that at least right. But like I said, I find myself liking it more and more, but it's still just those glaring issues that I always have that still keep popping up.
Yeah, no, I got you. Who do you think? Because, I mean, the obvious thing is we're getting some debuts. We are getting some debuts.
I think it's going to be not Brody Lee, Brody King.
Brody King. Yeah, that's a guarantee.
And that's the thing is so many guys from Ring of Honor that fit the bill for this stable, whatever that Malachi Black is building. Like,
so if you're wondering who Brody King is, he's a wrestler from Ring of Honor, and he's currently tag team champ, co-tag team champion with Malachi Black. And during a Winter is Coming promo, Malachi Black was essentially inducting somebody into the House of Black. And he was quoted saying, "I can make you much more than a king." That's a dead giveaway. It's your tag team partner.
For anybody doesn't know, Brody King is literally just a giant tattooed version, a bigger tattooed version of Malachi.
He's a heavyweight Malachi Black. Yeah, I saw him, dude. I've never seen him wrestle, but I'm stoked. Bro, I saw pictures.
Bro, the athleticism for him is being as big as he is. Go look up some of his PWG matches.
Yeah,
it's fucking insane. Like it's insane.
Another name too. Once again, another promo that was done on Winter is Coming. Adam Cole was saying he had a special gift for the Bucks next week. This is leading speculation that's going to be the official debut of Kyle O'Reilly, and we might get like a turn. We might get the Undisputed Era reunited and turning on the Bucks. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. I know that'll make Bama happy. Get Adam Cole as far away from the Elite as possible.
Right. I'm the exact opposite of Bama, even though we both our love for Adam Cole is equally off the charts. But this is what made me love Adam Cole, was him being with the Bucks and being at Mount Rushmore with Kevin Owens. Like that's how I fell in love with Adam Cole. So like I'm here for the Bucks shit. Like I hope they don't break up, but I'm also not gonna mind if they do, because Red Dragon and Adam Cole versus the Bucks and whoever else, or Kenny when he comes back, those are gonna be some fucking matches.
Bama says, did we expect somebody new when the lights went off with FTR and Tully? Yeah, I did. So it was a little underwhelming when it was just Sting and Darby. But once again, I mean, that's you can't just debut everyone all over again. Right. So it was a little weird. They shouldn't have done the light segment with that, to be honest. Sting and Darby could have just ran out and did their thing, and it would have been just as impactful.
They should have did the snow thing again with Sting, bro. That shit was like, I hated that whole shit, but that snow entrance with Sting, that shit was fire. Like literally fire.
I'm right there with you. Yeah, it was. It was fantastic.
And it was set up perfectly to do it again at Winter is Coming. Like I don't know why they didn't do it again.
You know what they should do is during the summer, like find a way. I don't know, like sand come out or something, and like Surfer Sting comes back.
I wouldn't mind that either. Woo, Sting.
Just
Sting.
What's that old ass Wipeout? Wipeout starts playing.
Right. Good old fashioned Great American Bash Sting.
The old, a complete opposite tone. Gargano has made it apparent on his Twitch stream that he will appear anywhere. He's telling the crowd, he's like, just chant Johnny Wrestling loud enough, and I'll hear you. Trying to cover the scent.
I don't think any of that's happened. I think as soon as his baby's born and he's done with maternity, he's coming back.
He's just gonna go to Raw, go back in the Royal Rumble.
I think so.
Who knows, man? Who knows? And then Bray Wyatt is always speculated. At this point, I'm really cooling on Bray Wyatt, and rumor has it is WWE might want Bray back already.
Yeah.
Which
they wouldn't. They fucked up.
Yeah, Bray and Braun would not surprise me out of all the release names,
right?
If they were to come back to WWE.
Yeah, that's who I think's coming. AEW is Braun.
You think so?
Yeah, because they get the last Ring of Honor show. Him, EC3, and a couple other guys. They were part of a faction called Control Your Narrative or whatever.
I hate to say it, man, but that shit goes straight to dark. I don't think they'd get the time of day on the main stage. Not them as a whole. Not them as a whole. I'm just saying. But you just think Braun just himself, just Titan.
Right. Yeah, just a Titan.
Okay. I mean, if any of them was going to go to main roster AEW, I would see it as Titan. But if that Control Your Narrative statement all comes over, I think that's going to dark. Like I don't see.
Honestly, I think EC3 is ready for main roster.
No, I think he is too. I'm just saying the current landscape of AEW. Like, I just don't, it's
the only reason why,
as much as I love it, man, they're bloated as hell right now.
Well, not even that too. Like the only reason why I think that they might hotshot them is because that's what AEW is. The whole point of AEW is you left WWE to control your narrative and do better things at AEW because they let you be who you are. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe if they didn't bring the whole faction, which I don't think they should, because like half those guys I don't even know who the fuck they were. And I watch Ring of Honor and all that shit all the time. But if EC3 and Braun showed up, like I'd be in on that.
Yeah. I'll tell you who's not showing up in AEW. That is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens. Oh, it breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart. I'm not mad.
I told you he's too comfortable. The money's too good.
I mean, the moment the man said it's what's best for my family.
Yeah.
You can't argue with it.
No, I told y'all that's what it'd be. Like his whole thing, like the motherfucker's first thing out was prize fighter. Like that wasn't a coincidence. Like his goal was to get to WWE and become a millionaire. And then on top of it, supposedly he has a no cut clause in his contract too.
You can't fire me. You can't fire me.
If he has that, if he reported it's like $2 to $3 million a year plus the no cut clause. He's a master. He's a genius.
Yeah, man. So essentially what was said, I wish I had the source in front of me, but he recently was on an interview. He had an interview, I want to say. And he was just cited saying that, man, he's been in WWE longer than he's ever been in any other promotion. He's been in there for 7 years. They offered him, I believe he's getting $2 to $3 million a year for the next 4 years.
That's the
reports are AEW couldn't match it. And it's just easiest for him and his family. And I'm like, dude, you can't hate it. Now, a selfish part of me is like, man, I'd love to see Mount Rushmore. I'd love to see what Kevin Steen is capable of in 2022, but at the same time, that's just the selfish fan in me. I truly am happy for Kevin Owens, and it doesn't make sense for anybody to be upset by this move. A part of me did think that, he had kind of like what was going on with Jon Moxley, where it's like he had money in the bank. He didn't have to worry about money issues ever again. You know what I mean? And creatively, he wasn't being fulfilled. So he would want to go elsewhere to be fulfilled creatively. But that just shows that we don't know these people. Like
that was the thing. I had the exact opposite view. I didn't think it was like that at all. I thought that he saw the landscape with all these guys that he thought were going to jump over him and make more money than him and get him pushed out, and they're all gone.
That's true.
They're all gone.
That's true, man.
So, and then on top of it, you have competition now where he can say, I don't have to fucking sign with y'all. Here's what they offer me. Can you beat it?
Yeah.
You put a dude called the prize fighter in the perfect position to get the top prize. Like I said, I never thought he was leaving. I was probably about 60-40 he would leave, maybe 70-30, but like just everything that I've been hearing and what he liked, like his whole thing was he was tired of fucking being a broke indie wrestler trying to support a family. You ain't no broke indie wrestler no fucking more.
Hell no, yeah. Spuddy says watching your show is like watching NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys. You know what? That sounds like a good show to watch, so I'm not even mad at that analogy.
I mean, it is a good show to watch. I mean, they were grilling each other. I seen a clip of them grilling each other. Yeah. Like on some like show they all did. I don't know.
Hey, Bama says if anyone deserves to headline Mania for this current crop of guys, it's Kevin Owens. Completely agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I think Kevin Owens could be put right back, slap that Universal Championship on him. I still think out of every Universal Champion that we've had in its entirety since its inception, Kevin Owens is still top three champs.
Honestly, he's the best to me. Like I don't. No one's reign really sticks out like Kevin Owens did. I know a lot of it was more so to do with Chris Jericho being a part of it, but just how he got the title and everything. Like to me, so far, not WWE or any of that, just strictly the blue belt, which it used to be the red belt. But if not counting even Roman right now, because his reign's still going, but. Before Roman, Kevin Owens was by far the best Universal Champion we've had.
Yeah. Spuddy asks, what are y'all thoughts on putting you over? Oh, he wants a soundbite. He wants a soundbite of us talking about their show. I think putting you over is great, man. I think
our first real partners.
Yeah, I think Kevin. Oh, by the way, happy belated birthday to Kevin, standing streamer of Putting You Over.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he shares a birthday with Trish Stratus and Stone Cold. That's good company.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I will say this, though. I will say, if there's any on-air host I disagree with, and I would like to debate more, it is Miss Vanessa Wiper. I would love to go one-on-one with Vanessa for 15 minutes while people feed us subjects, and I just tell her how wrong she is on all of them.
Bama, get on that. Putting You Over versus Smacked Raw. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Straight debate
Coming for you,
style.
Wiper. Coming for you, Vanessa.
Style. Let's do a first take, Smacked Raw versus Putting You Over. Somebody make that happen.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. That's where I stand with them. I love those guys over there. I really do. I tried to.
They're a big part of our growth, for sure.
Fuck. What were we talking about? Kevin Owens. That's right.
Oh yeah, Kevin Owens.
Hi, got a cameo for my son. Of course, it wouldn't be an episode of the Rewind without DJ. Hey, say hey everybody.
Hi everybody.
All right, go on. Get out of here. You're bugging me.
Your mic's too big. Blocked off his whole fucking head.
Yeah, I know.
Now they're just doing it on purpose.
Yeah. All right. Somebody said, "Oh, I ain't reading." Says she's anti-vax, automatically loses all credibility. I'm not even touching on that subject.
No, we don't deal with political stuff here at Smacked Raw. We are strictly here for wrestling.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. So yeah, Kevin Owens, good for him. Sticking around WWE. I do hope it honestly does throw like a little bit of more intrigue into that day one triple threat. Because I don't think, okay, so the cynical side of me is saying, oh, they're going to do you like Cesaro. We're going to give you a really good push. Then you're going to sign that contract and then back of the line, right? But the optimist in me is saying, there may have been something in that contract that said, hey, look, you might spend a little bit more time at the top of the card. You might go up a little bit higher on the card. I hope that's the case. I do have a question for you, RN, though. Because WWE has trimmed so many people this year. They fired, I think, over 80 people.
81, I think.
Yeah. Do you think if Kevin Owens walked, that would have been a legitimate blow to their roster? Like fans, because...
No, I don't think it would have been as far as fans go.
No.
I think it would have been as far as just their overall, like, death of their fucking roster. Because Kevin Owens can be whatever you need him to be, and that's what he does. Every time he switches shows, he switches into something new. Like he's never like, even though it's technically all the same character, it's still a different version of the character anytime he switches shows. Like I think that his versatility probably played a lot into them wanting to re-sign him too. Not so much saying that for his versatility, what he could do for them, but what he could do stopping him from going to AEW.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I feel it's weird because I feel like WWE is getting to the point now where they're running out of people to cut and it'd be like unnoticeable, because for the most part they've cut the majority of the people they've cut have not been featured on television, frequently or often. A couple big names like Braun Strowman I think was one of the biggest names cut. Like you noticed when Braun was cut.
Right.
And I don't mean this as a slide at anybody else, but I mean the majority of people that have been cut, just weren't featured in large roles. And the big people that did leave were the ones letting their contracts expire, like Bryan Danielson, which honestly I'm still amazed and I still commend WWE to not do the petty thing and embarrass the man on his way out. They let him headline WrestleMania and then have that great match on SmackDown with Roman.
And to me, that also opened up the door for him to come back after he gets his wrestling out of his system.
Yeah. I don't know. I had a feeling in my heart that if Kevin Owens walked, I really feel like that would have been a blow to the WWE community through the fans and stuff. I really feel like Kevin Owens is like behind the scenes. I really think he's a source of morale for the locker room. And that's what I'm saying is I feel like if he had walked, I feel like that would have been legitimately felt across the whole WWE community.
I think it would have been felt more so in the locker room, and I think that would have been the catalyst for them to fucking change. That's why I wouldn't have been mad if he had left, because I feel like he's so entangled with so many of the bigger guys in the back, like Finn and Seth Rollins. These are all like legitimately Kofi and all them.
Roman too, man.
That's what I'm saying. They all look at him as their best friend. Like he's in everybody's fucking circle. And I felt like if you cut somebody like that, that's like kind of him and Kofi kind of and a couple other people kind of like your heart and soul of your locker room, not just the roster, the whole backstage.
Yeah.
And cutting somebody out like that, I think that would have been like a catalyst for some of the bigger stars to be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, come on, bro. Like, seriously.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this show up a little bit. I got a promo of the week. I'm not really going to touch on it too much. It's just a way to highlight SmackDown. My promo of the week is going to be, and it wasn't really just like necessarily like promo on like the crowd. It was all the Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns stuff. Thought that was fantastic. Right. Roman finally calling out Paul Heyman for his him hoeing around all these weeks, and Paul saying that he wasn't protecting Brock from Roman, but he was protecting Roman from Brock. Led him to getting fired, and Brock Lesnar coming out, smashing everybody. Thought that was some fantastic stuff.
I'm not into it, bro. I wasn't ready for them to break up yet.
It's kind of like when the Shield broke up. We weren't ready then either.
Right.
You know what
I don't think we ever would be ready, but I mean, like, I felt like they could have got a longer run out of it. Well, even though it's been like damn near a year and a half. So
I just hope, and I don't think it will happen, but I just hope the obvious doesn't happen, and Paul Heyman doesn't go straight back to being Brock's mouthpiece. Like I'm digging this babyface Brock speaking for himself stuff.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like Brock is terrible, and I think they see that, and they can't really get any real promo work out of him because he's terrible. And I think that probably had a little bit to do with Heyman coming back.
Bama thinks that the breakup wasn't real, and it'll be a swerve at day one.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Retain. I could see that. I just don't see why. I just don't see, because I don't think the storytelling. WWE's never really done the storytelling where like a heel allows another heel to hit him to pull one over on the baby faces. Like the closest we ever got to that was The Miz telling Maurice to slap him to get DQ'd. But you never see like a heel straight up like Superman punch his mentor, possibly injuring him, all to try and swerve him a week later. That's the only reason why I don't buy it. Is
I think that they got tired of Brock not being able to hold his own in those promos, because Roman's gotten so much better, and then he had Heyman next to him to help too. I think that they saw we got to get Brock back with
so you're not really into the Brock, the lumber Brock, huh?
No, I mean I'm into it, but it's like there's no like he doesn't say shit on like him. Him and Sami Zayn was a perfect example of how terrible Brock is on the mic. Still, as great as he is at selling, storytelling in the ring, everything.
I don't know, man.
That shit was so garbage.
That's
what I'm saying. You found it endearing because it was trash, and he couldn't really. You could tell he was like definitely fish out of water. Definitely. And like I'm not saying like I said, Sammy.
I liked it because it was bad. I didn't know. I just thought I liked it.
And don't get me wrong, I love Viking Rock, the hair and shit and everything, the fucking lumberjack shit. Like he literally looks like he can just snatch the udders off of a fucking cow and just drink the fucking milk out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fucking into all of that, but I just know there's a reason why he had Paul Heyman with him for so long. He is ass on the mic.
All right, man. I mean, I'll take your word for it. I just love that you were just like, well, that's why you like him. You found him endearing because it was bad. It was just
absolutely.
Oh shit, man. Let's really quick while I'm pulling up Raw's preview. What'd you think of the needle mover jab at CM Punk in Chicago? The T-shirt.
Fire.
You liked it?
Fire. Just because it's a different side of Roman that we haven't really seen before.
You know who should hate it, right? You know who should hate it, but probably doesn't. It's Bama. It has terms like jobber on it. You know, that's breaking kayfabe, man. Bama, you're not allowed to like that shirt. It breaks kayfabe.
I'm about to go order that shirt right now. I didn't. They always. I don't actually. I was just on there and it wasn't there yet. So
the shirt's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty dope. But Bama by no means has any right to like that shirt because it breaks kayfabe 100%. 100% breaks kayfabe. Oh man. Raw preview for December 20th, 2021. Here we go. Presented by Wrestling Inc. Tonight's WWE Raw will take place from First F Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh man. Oh well, it's Raw, so Brock probably ain't gonna be there. Oh yeah, and Brock's not from Wisconsin. He's from Minnesota. I'm so fucking stupid, man.
And he lives in Canada.
Yeah, and he lives in Canada. This is the final Raw before the Christmas holiday. The final show before WWE's Day One Go Home episode next week. Tonight's Raw will be headlined by the return of the Cutting Edge, WWE Hall of Famer Edge. What do you think about Edge breaking out his old talk show?
I mean, I'm really into this feud, but like it doesn't feel like it's progressing. Like they're just saying and doing the same shit over and over again. Now they're just gonna do it on Cutting Edge instead of on Miz TV. Like I like them fight with him fight with his wife part and all that, but like I don't know. It just always feels like they're just redoing the same shit like WWE always gets it to.
And Maurice ain't really mad at Miz. There's no way that dude, her and Miz are inseparable.
Right.
I mean,
like I said,
you got Miz and Mrs. How you gonna?
Exactly.
Yeah. We literally, dude. Whenever Miz and Mrs. is in season, that's the only reason I stick around Raw at that point. Is just to get to the Miz and Mrs. I am if I'm a stan of any show of any wrestling program, it's Miz and Mrs.
I'm being honest, I haven't watched the full Raw. I literally get to about 10:15, 10:30, and I'm out. I watch the rest of them.
Yeah, I'll get an hour and a half in, and then I'll usually do something else. And I have a DVR, so I'll fast forward. Austin Theory versus Finn Balor. That's a good one.
Hopefully, I hope we get a real fucking match.
Yeah, hopefully we get a real match out of that. That would be nice. Doudrop versus Bianca Belair, because of course that's going to keep going.
Take her fucking name. God, I hate Doudrop.
Yeah, we talked about this. It makes no sense. Although rumor has it they trademarked Piper Niven recently. So if any signs that we're getting that to go back, that's it right there. Bama says they're just stalling till Beth gets there. That makes sense. Damian Priest taking on Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. title match. Bobby Lashley and MVP address. Lashley earning a spot in the title match at Day One. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like a fatal four.
Yeah, it's a 4-way. Yeah.
Yeah, damn. Cutting Edge with Maurice, and then Yeah, that's it. That was Wrestling Inc. Let's see. Does WWE's website give us anything extra for a Raw preview? Preview. The Almighty One is on a mission heading into WWE title match at day 1. Here we go. Preview. Bobby Lashley and MVP are set to address the Almighty's official involvement in the WWE Championship Fatal 4-Way match at WWE Day 1. Plus, Edge welcomes Maurice to the cutting edge. Bianca Belair and Doudrop settle their score, and much more goes down tonight on Raw, 8/7 Central on USA. Yeah. Not gonna lie, it's the Raw before Christmas.
If they don't have a fucking Miracle on 34th Street fight, I'm done.
That'll be next week. Oh, no, that should be this week. That should be this week.
Yeah, it should be this week because Christmas is Saturday.
Oh, they'll do that on SmackDown. That's a SmackDown thing. They're gonna show that clip of Liv Morgan ambushing Becky, and then possibly like the retaliation. If anything, let Finn and Austin Theory go tonight. Let them go.
You know they're not. It makes no sense.
Yeah, that's just what I want.
That's what I want too. Shit, those are the theory. I've been preaching about Theory for 2.5 years now.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's our show, everybody.
See y'all next week.
Thank y'all for joining us, man. Let us know in the comments what you thought. Once again, Hall of Fame inductions. Let us know there. If you had a chance to check out the Hall of Fame video I did, let us know if you want to see some more clips like that on the YouTube channel too, by the way, because I had a lot of fun making it. It was a little bit of work, but it was a lot of fun. But officially, unless things go south, Sundays should be a lock going forward. I had to talk with my wife. Sundays should be a lock going forward for the Rewind. Hopefully it sticks because I feel like that's something I've been saying for months now.
It doesn't bother me either way. I'm good to go regardless. So.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. But you guys are awesome. Thank you again for joining the show. And like always, man, y'all have a good one.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas.